Welcome back to another episode of Georgia Forages, the digital series. My name is Dr. Lisa Baxter, and I'm your University of Georgia State Forage Extension Specialist. Today, let's look at how our team makes variety recommendations. So, what makes a good variety? Well, we should really clarify this by adding what makes a good variety for Georgia growers. There are incredible forages grown around the country and world, but they're not all suited for our growing conditions. Varieties that are bred and released by a specific company or university were intentionally chosen to meet the needs for a specific region. So a good variety in the Northeast U.S. will likely not grow as well in the humid Southeast, and vice versa. Although we tend to focus on yield and quality for determining a good variety, there are several other contributing factors. Georgia producers need varieties that can tolerate our hot, humid summers and relatively mild winters. The varieties need to resist our unique disease and insect pressures. We also look for those varieties that are reliable and perform well in their intended use over multiple growing seasons. They should germinate well and establish quickly when planted in a range of soil types and conditions across those multiple seasons. So how do we decide which variety to recommend? Some of our recommendations are made annually, while others are updated every few years as the market demands change. Some of the biggest factors we consider are the production potential of the forage, its relative quality, and its stability or reliability across production years in various environments. Another big factor is the availability of the planting material. As new varieties come into the market, we look at how they compare to our existing recommendations. The new releases need to be at least as productive and offer more benefits than the varieties currently recommended. Now let's look at some specific examples. All small grain, ryegrass, sorghum, and millet recommendations are developed by a team of researchers and extension specialists from Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. This team evaluates data from the statewide variety test from the previous 3 years to identify the highest yielding, most consistent varieties for each local region and statewide. We summarize these briefly on our website, but for the full report, you can visit the statewide variety testing website. Perennial forages such as alfalfa, tall fescue, and Bermuda grass are chosen based on variety tests performed by UGA or USDA researchers and extension specialists. Unlike annual forages, these are not updated very often because of the years, if not decades, required to take a variety from the initial cross to the final released line available for you to purchase. Generally, varieties are only removed from these lists if they're no longer available or have shown increased susceptibility to a new pest or disease. For instance, fescue varieties with Max Q novel endophyte are slowly being replaced by Max Q2 because of the improved novel endophyte. Pensacola is no longer recommended for new Bahia grass planting because of the likelihood of a Brunswick grass contamination in the seed and better production of new releases. You can find the full list of recommended varieties for the most common forage species grown in Georgia on our website, www.georgiaforages.com.